Hey guys, a little vlog on the Nerf crossbow and why it's so freaking expensive. So I occasionally get comments and emails about the Nerf crossbow asking, hey Coop, why is it so expensive? It's just like any other Nerf gun. I see these things on eBay going for over 150 US dollars. That's crazy. And yeah, that's a whole lot of money for a stock Nerf gun that in stock form actually performs very poorly. It doesn't shoot rockets very well because if you look at the internals, the plunger tube is pretty big, but then they redirect the air all the way back here and it's just a silly design. So to summarize why people like them and why people pay so much for them, essentially it's all just artificial inflation. One person wants it, one person kinda wants it, but they see the other person wanting it, so they're willing to want it more and willing to throw a whole lot of money to acquire one. That really is the basis of it. It's kind of a status symbol. If you show up to a Nerf war with a crossbow, you're kind of hardcore. At least a lot of people perceive you that way. Not as much a stock one, but a well-modified one. If you're wrecking people with one, it feels good. They were originally pretty awesome like 7 or 8 years ago because you could modify them to shoot really well. But since the advent of the plus bow, it's no longer necessary to buy one of these to get awesome performance. And I'm just saying the plus bow was sort of the first homemade that could easily replace the crossbow because the plus bow, of course, was modeled after the crossbow and cheaper and performed actually much better than a well-modified crossbow. And now, of course, we have pump action and all sorts of awesome stuff beyond that. But people still like the crossbow, mostly the veteran players or the people who have been around the hobby a little bit longer. Newer guys usually don't really see the value in it because there really isn't any value other than artificial and like psychological, ooh, I feel good because I have one. And it's funny that I'm saying that. There's pretty much no real value in them, and I have 2 of them, and I don't regret either of my purchases. They were over 100 US dollars for each of them. I don't want to say a definitive price, what they're worth or anything, because it fluctuates quite a bit, really based on demand and almost demand alone. The design doesn't change. Some people think they're really rare. Compared to other Nerf guns, they're not actually rare, they're just highly sought after. That's out of demand, sure, but considering these are from 1995, there are a good number of them floating around. I mean, not as common as like a long shot, of course, more rare than that, but there are a lot of other super rare Nerf guns. This is not really one of them. But of course, beyond the status symbol, I like it personally because of the stock and the foregrip. Those are my 2 favorite features. It's extremely comfortable to shoulder. The length is small, but it's a kid's toy. The shoulder stock is just incredible, and I love this, and I love the foregrip. I like it. I think it looks cool. The grip is a little small, and it's a little weird for me. But other than that, you know, it's a comfortable blaster. But it being comfortable isn't really worth the money. If you buy one, I would highly recommend highly modifying it or keeping it completely stock. These tweener mods are kind of a waste of a crossbow. Like if you buy a crossbow and keep the stock plunger tube, you're a complete noob. You absolutely have to replace the plunger tube if you're going to run it as like a traditional crossbow springer. The stock plunger tube, honestly, you should either keep it stock or go complete modified because the stock tube, it's tapered, it's small, it's not a good design at all. The only reason you keep it stocked is if you're trying to shoot rockets or trying to be traditional, but if you're going to actually modify it, definitely replace it unless you're just unskilled and you can't actually do that. But of course that's just my opinion. It just hurts me when I look on Nerf Haven and some crossbow mods and I'm just like, oh dude, you have the stock tube, like what are you doing, dude? What year is it? I mean, everybody uses polycarb plunger tubes because they're awesome. But even a fully modified crossbow, you can build a whole lot cheaper rainbow, that performs the exact same because you can get the same plunger tube. So I wouldn't recommend you buy a crossbow unless you personally really want a crossbow for personal reasons. I love my crossbow and I love my other one. I can't put it on camera because it's in the middle of a mod. It is a little bit of a weird mod. I'm trying to keep that one close to my chest until I'm actually finished with it, but I'm pretty pumped to release that one. But that's a little vlog on why the crossbow is expensive. It shouldn't be, but it is. It's just a bunch of demand. Yep, that's the vlog. Thanks for watching.